What's up, everyone? We are pleased to have you back here at Crypto Blitz, your place to get your cryptocurrency dose. My name is Ripple Van Winkle, and I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day because I am your host. I wish it were August, because as you can see, I am still feeling under the weather. It is Thursday, August, and it is the 18th of April. I'm not in the best of health. The discomfort in my throat has improved slightly, but it is now also present in my brain, my nose, and my ears. It's beyond my comprehension what the hell is going on in this place. The prednisone dosage was increased by me. Some of those vitamin C packs, if you will, were also consumed by me. Exactly, this thing needs to be eliminated. I am in a misery. The time is 3 in the morning. When I was on the couch, I fell back asleep. It is not enjoyable. Although it is not enjoyable, do you know what? I'll persevere through it all. I'll make it through this, everyone. The topic that we are going to discuss in this episode is, we are so close. It is so stinking near that we are. I am going to let you know where we are in terms of proximity. Not to worry about it. Monica Long, she was merely in Rio de Janeiro at the moment. We have 3 incredible movies that will show what she has to say regarding the expansion of Ripple, XRP, the XRP exchange traded fund, the price of Bitcoin by the end of the year, and what she is talking about. There are a lot of things to discuss. Then, without further ado, let's get right down to business. But what do you think? The price of Bitcoin is $62,730. In the past 24 hours, it has experienced a decline of almost 0.5%. There was a total of 3,048 for Ethereum. The decrease is 0.37%. Both USDT and USDC are currently trading at 99 cents each. Either there is no bueno or there is a BN 49 cents using XRP. The total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is 2,307 billion people. The question is, where do we go from here? Now, as you are aware of the hand thing. What are we doing each day? There is a very, very historical moment for Bitcoin that is only 1 or 2 days away, and you need to be paying attention to anything related to Bitcoin. We told you that the liquidity zone was between 60 and 64. At this very moment, we are in that zone where buyers are attempting to acquire as much Bitcoin as they possibly can from these zones. Does that imply that we are not going to continue to come apart from one another? However, this is a very crucial zone to hold in order to prevent a breakdown from occurring. It does not indicate that. In the event that we proceed forward, please excuse me, I apologize. There are a lot of folks out there who are forecasting and getting ready for a price drop in Bitcoin for the very last time before we experience a meteoric rise. It is possible that Bitcoin may retest the $48,000 to $52,000 range if we are successful in breaking this $60,000 milestone. It is also possible that we will fail to do so. Before the halving event, the 48.5 region was the location that started the fund, which launched this bull cycle that brought us to the all-time highs. This region is highly important since it was the place that started the fund. It is essential that you pay attention to such information. In the event that we are successful in maintaining this $60,000 region, we will begin to observe activity within these markets, and the alternative cryptocurrencies will begin to push in the months of May and June. Up to this point, it's nothing more than a lot of chop and sideways motion, similar to what we have been conveying to you over the course of the previous few weeks. It is for this reason that I would like you to pay attention to the cryptonewsreport.com website, which is the website that we have already published this morning under the weather. Nevertheless, the articles continue to pour in, folks. Are you considering making an investment in Omni Network before the Bitcoin halving takes place? The technological durability of Omni and the fact that it is a Bitcoin network suggests that there is a symbolic relationship between the performance of Bitcoin and Omni's performance in the cryptocurrency market, which has been susceptible to changes relative to trends in the international market. As the Bitcoin network gets about to undergo a halving, prospective investors in Omni should take into consideration the potential impact that cutbacks in Bitcoin mining incentives could have on the safety and functionality of layers that are constructed on top of the blockchain. In addition to being referred to as strategic strategy, technical analysis, and market sentiment diversification, it is stated that in order to choose whether or not to invest in Omni prior to the halving of Bitcoin, one must have a grasp of the link between Omni and Bitcoin. Prior to making a choice, investors should undertake due diligence on the particulars of the halving event as well as the broader market conditions. They should also take into consideration their own personal risk profiles and potentially seek the advice of some financial professionals. In this context, Omni is intimately connected to the performance, which makes it a very intriguing topic. And if we look at the old Omni network, ladies and gentlemen, what are we saying about a bush, about a beam that appears to be functioning very well, heading up to the half again? The decrease in 24 hours is 42%. On the other hand, this Omni price chart just now seen a significant surge upward, and we had a significant decline. A correction has been made, just like everything else that has been made. The publication of this took place a few days ago. Quant is that I believe it is a little bit cheaper right now, so this is a buy for you folks. At the moment, I believe we are somewhere in the vicinity of $100. $103 were spent. Put it out there at 9 o'clock in the morning. This is a purchase. Without a doubt, this is a sale. An easy 5 to 8x is going to be accomplished with this. In this case, 5 to 8 times. Please don't worry about it, everyone. When Quant moves, it will push, and Quant will take off during that time. It has come to our attention that 16,276 Bitcoins have been transferred from an unidentified wallet to Binance Wallet. Why is this being done? I'm curious. There is a possibility that CZ Binance is accumulating a few additional bucks in preparation for his lawsuit against the SEC. The more money you have, the less of a cent you are going to get. This is something you should be aware of. It is a common belief that this is the case. What other people do you believe are moving his money? The total amount is $1 billion, folks. Couldn't that completely deplete a market at this point? The offloading of 16,000 Bitcoins takes place. It is possible, in my opinion. It is not a question that the price of Bitcoin will be at the end of the year. Listen to Monica and congratulate her on her beautiful appearance. It appears that she is younger. She appears to have become refreshed. She appears to be prepared to leave at this moment. That is the truth I will tell you. Bitcoin award by the time the year comes to a close. To tell you the truth, I am not certain about the end of the year nonetheless. I believe that it is feasible that that number will surpass 100,000 in my mind. However, I am of the opinion that Bitcoin has the potential to achieve a value of $1 million or more over the course of time. But I don't believe it because it's a store of money, rather. I believe it because it has the potential to become one of the most significant status symbols of the digital economy in the future. Regarding the real-world utility of the assets, I believe that it is more necessary for all of us to concentrate on this aspect. In addition, this is what will be responsible for the long-term value, stability, and liquidity of all of the assets that are associated with cryptocurrency. However, I can add that, similar to Brazil, this is a location where we are witnessing incredibly fertile ground for the kind of development that we are talking about. You have a government that has acknowledged the existence of virtual assets and provided clarity regarding them. You have a thriving community of developers, and you have traditional financial institutions such as Itaú that are getting on board with it. Therefore, that is the perfect combination of the ideal breeding ground. I am the president of Ripple, as you can see. It's interesting, isn't it? Digital innovations are being embraced by Brazil. On the Brazilian side of things, Ripple is collaborating with the very first bank to ever use XRP. When Ripple met with the central banks of Brazil, the meetings were held behind closed doors. See what happens when your nation does not oppose it, when it does not fight the advancements of technology, when they really deal with new technologies, when they have an understanding of them, and when they pass rules. When that happens, we will be able to have businesses such as Ripple come in and genuinely assist and develop them. The report was published by CryptoWire. According to her, take a look at Monica's in Rio now. But if we take a step back, what I find most fascinating is that over the course of a longer period of time, we are witnessing the development and maturation of Web3. I believe that a significant portion of that, and what I find to be the most fascinating aspect of this most recent cycle, is the actual institutional adoption. In the event that you give it some thought, several of the most prominent names in the financial services industry, such as Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and Fidelity, actually constructed their products and services during bear markets, which indicate